And very welcome. This is your Aquarius New Moon 2023. I'm doing this ASMR style. I'm joking. Last time I played a song and got a copyright ban. So if you have any music that I could play as an intro, that'd be great. Until then, I have this sacred bowl as we create sacred space. Maybe I'll take this time to do like beat poetry, sing my own songs. Y'all know I do love to sing. Welcome to the Aquarian. I happen to be Scorpio, but we all have Aquarius in us somewhere. We all are Aquarians. For we are entering into the age of Aquarius. Therefore, it is humanitarian. It embraces all of humanity. This is the massive, is what Aquarius is all about. It's masses of people. Rules the 11th sign, has the 11th house. The 11th house is large groups that we're involved in. Could be churches. Yeah, the 11th house is like the church. Politics, community, the future, the mind of God. Emil Durkheim, a sociologist, proposed that religion is the worship of the collective. Interesting. This could be a time for its flashes of insight to the mind of God, the universe, outer space, what's beyond Aquarius stuff. When we have the sun and the moon come together, the bride and the bridegroom, the king and the queen, the spirit and the soul, it gets impregnated. So the sun and the moon are having sex in the house of Aquarius. The house of God. They call the ninth house Sagittarius actually the house of God. Because it is about like philosophy and spirituality. But the 11th house is more the mechanical, electronic programmer of this matrix. Aquarius is the mad scientist. It could be. Aquarius gone wrong is us losing our souls and turning into machines. Terminator 2 is Aquarius gone wrong. Unique oddities. Far out. Different. That's what we're called to be right now. Aquarius gone wrong could be a bunch of people cradled, caged. Dictatorships. Aquarius shit, I'm afraid. Large gatherings at like football games. Aquarius stuff. Aquarius is also talked about as the sign of the Moshiach, the Messiah, who's reigning in the Aquarian age. The one that prophecy has foretold, my friends, is you. Only you, only you can make this world seem bright. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can do what you came here to do. Don't be scared. Don't be a little bitch. Only you, only you. On the Mount of Capricorn, from whence we just left and said, get behind me, Satan. Saturn, the adversary. Then we go to Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, the advocate. That's how Saturn goes from the adversary to the advocate. Which in the Hebraic, Judaic tradition from whence Christianity and Islam sprung out of, Jesus is to serve as the adversary to the Jewish people, but controlled opposition. And then the adversary, Jesus, becomes the advocate for the people of Israel. The Judaic, from Judea. Which, how many, do ancestry reports and see how many people actually really ancestrally link up to Mesopotamia, the Middle East. I bet you it's not nearly. Oh, this religion, this God is so fucked. They got us sitting back and waiting for a Messiah for the second coming, when the first one is allegory, metaphor for what happens in us, the dying and the resurrecting in us. The anointing. Right now, we've stepped into the axis of Leo and Aquarius. This is the axis of authenticity. Put that in with Aquarius. The fixed signs. Then the other two, the other axis is the Scorpio, the eagle, and the bull of Taurus. That's the most sacred. Is a cross. Have you seen Saturday Night Live? Where that guy? I'd play it, but what's the guy who makes funny ass SNL news funny laughing emo guy? He's got a name. Stefan.
Despite recent security worries, millions of tourists are expecting to pour into New York this summer. Here with some tips for out-of-town.
I don't want to talk shit, but that guy is so horribly annoying. Seth. Oh, he's so bad. But Stefan, this dude's funny. I got the chance to work in restaurants. Oh, you always, if you work as a server in a restaurant, you're gonna know the Stefan in your life.
Hi.
Hi. Stefan, are you okay?
I'm good. I've just been up for 3 days.
It's also like your typical like male tarot reader and astrologer. Because I'm straight and an astrologer, they call me a unicorn when I went to a new age gift shop, and they're like, "You're a unicorn." I'm like, a straight tarot reader's psychic. I don't like the word psychic.
Okay. Now, Stefan, the last time you were here, you ended up recommending some very bizarre places, and I just hope that, tonight will be different. Oh, sure. That common thing. Now, Stefan, I'm sure anyone interested in that kind of...
Stefan, no. We have the astrology of the new moon in Aquarius. Let it pop off. Aquarius is also kind of an androgyne. You've seen the water bearer and the cup bearer as a male and as a female, or as an androgynous. It is the star card in the tarot. It's asking us to think bigger. Dog, if we don't start thinking out of the box, we are going to get shoved in one. New ways of doing stuff. And it's not by going to eating artificial shit. We can't forget that we are of the earth. We get lost up in the air. We get lost up in just the mental realm right now. We really want to bring it into earth. And we could really... The moon's passing Pluto. The sun just passed Pluto for the last time in Capricorn. For another 360 years or so. So that's pretty big. I mean, this is when we should be going. We should go to the authorities and say, your time's up. This is really like revolutionary shit. Aquarius stuff. A rebellion. Well, let us have a spiritual rebellion and make a master plan, a new master plan in line with the best, highest version of ourselves. The Christ within. Moshiach, the light within. And that takes bold courage. The opposite sign of Aquarius Leo, where we'll have a full moon in 14 days. The full moon in Leo is the heart check. This is the axis of the mind and the heart. It really is. That's why they have the return of the Lion of Judah pinned up with Aquarius age, because it's on that very axis right there. A fixed axis. And right now, as the sun's going into fixed sign of Aquarius, as it is. Shout out to the Aquarian TV. This is our season to shine. I need to start put myself out there more, but also discipline. We have to remember the lessons of Capricorn, who, in order to be a disciple, we have to practice self-discipline by taming the beast, the devil, stealing the light, and now going to the people. When Jesus, the character, is tempted on the mountain of Capricorn, the top of the zodiac, and then he goes down into town, into the masses of people. And he's lauded with palms. A palm is a sign of victory. Victory in raising the Christ within. In the resurrection of the chrism, our holy, sacred fluids within us, through a high vibratory energy, frequency. Frequently thinking high level thoughts would be a new master plan to set in place right now that might be of beneficence and to remind us of these Capricorn, of the struggle, of the suffering, of the sacrifice that we must ultimately do, which is our ego, which is the cause of suffering. We lay that on the Mount of Golgotha, which means the skull. Memento mori. Well, to remind us of our slavery, often to our own vices, we have Mercury, the mind, in the hands of God, of man more so, in Capricorn. It's at least it's at a retrograde. All the planets are, by the way, are going forward. This is Uranus is about too soon. Oh shit! Uranus has turned fucking. Whoa! Uranus isn't even in retrograde anymore, guys. Wait a second. Are any of these showing up as retrograde? Oh, I don't think it shows up. Oh, I could check. How come this app doesn't show me planets in retrograde? What is disturbing? Let us look. Look like on my phone I have time passages. I recommend it. Where are you at? Uranus. Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, modern day. Urania is the goddess of like the heavens. Oh, it says that Uranus is still in retrograde, but not for much longer. Not for much longer, my friends. So, we have no excuses. Capricorn don't want to hear our excuses anyways. We got to step up to answer our calling. No matter what people are going to say about us. We need to let our freak flag fly. Be freaky for truth, humanity. The unfoldment of consciousness. Evolution is an Aquarius type thing. Let us choose to work on consciously evolving. Venus and Saturn will conjunct today, which is kind of a coincidence that happens when the moon and the sun come together. So when Venus comes together with Saturn, it's in Saturn's home. This is like Neo meeting the maker of the Matrix and kind of being a Debbie Downer. So this could be a restraint on. This is like not feeling love from your church, your big community, from the world at large. But it's going to ask us to perhaps discipline Saturn, our senses, Venus, in relation to technology. This could be a good time to take a technology break. And then so when you do come and use it, you're putting out more concentrated, mastered stuff. This is a good time to master a track. This is where you take the artist, Venus, and bring it together with the boss who could bring it to the masses. Ooh, taking a hobby, a love, and refining it, and then bringing it to the peeps. You see how astrology works, dog? It ain't that complicated. I mean, then we want to look at angles, what angels are being highlighted. That's a good amount of red right here. But I think this is red, red wine. The eclipse point. Mars is going forward in Gemini. Phew. This is really like that chariot moving forward energy. Relationships, one-on-one relationships could be given energy. This could be a good time for sexual. This could be a good time for sexual alchemy. The lovers is Gemini. With Mars there, Mars is that red, fiery energy. So, I mean, we could let that get in between our relationships and cause a fracture, division. Or we could channel that in a healthy way and make passionate love. The look of love is saying so much more. Mars has been in Gemini forever. This year, Venus is going to do her retrograde in Leo. So she'll spend a lot of time in Leo, the opposite sign of where she is right now in Aquarius. This could be too. Okay, check this out, right? So you could plant your master plans, even though you might not even be feeling it. You just got to do it. It's more of a mental thing. And then, not even 6 months from now, probably 5 or 4 months, Venus will be in Leo, where she's going to stop. And then that's when the fire and the passion could really inflame it. And you've created the vessel for it to hold that flame when it gets there. There could be fiery messages. When I think of Gemini, I think of like text messages. Group messages could be just set on fire. And it could have been like that for a while. And then Mars is going to come into Cancer. Remember Cancer used to be the chariot constellation as well. I just feel like we're really called to get up, get out, and get something. How will you make it if you never even try? You need to get up, get out, and get something. Because you and I got to be the blah. Let us go to the tarot of Salvador Dali's deck. He was a talented artist. And he came out with a deck of tarot cards that not many people know about. It comes in that. Although Dali did host some of these artists pervert, like, but I'm clearing out that energy. I already did. I said, whatever Dali, I appreciate his art. And then any bad juju, we clear that out. Sorry, that was loud. All right, so let us go take a breath. Mother Goddess, Priestess Divine, bend down thy ear. Hear our plea for guidance in this valley of shadow of death. Oh, damn, Danny. The Ten of Swords. The killing of Julius Caesar. E2 Brutai. E2. And it was upside down. When I think of the Ten of Swords upside down, I feel, well, first, that's just, it reminds me of having a dream about dying. Died in a dream. And then you wake up, no, and in the dream, you wake up again. And you're still living. I know that's kind of crazy, but that's what I get. It's the end. It's an end. It could be an end to a bunch of mental hang-ups. Scars. Being able to forgive others. There's like some meme, like, when you hang on to a grudge, you're just hurting yourself. You? I mean, I'm sure it was said more poetically, like Rumi or something. But that is a good point. Do they teach anger is really a sign of the ego? This could be the death of an ego, which is good because then there is a birth. Those two go hand in hand. Before we were born here, we had to die to something else. That's just the way it is. Some things will never be the same. Oh no, that's just the way it is. So, to be good. It could be an end to anxiety, an end to guilt, an end of shame. Often when we carry those along, that's also a sign of unhealthy ego. Isn't that beautiful? That we figuring this shit out, my fellow Aquarians. Getting out of the head. Feeling betrayed by the world. Often when we're offended so easily, sign of an unhealthy ego. Sign of a healthy ego? Humility. Humor. Being able to laugh at ourselves. But still taking ourselves seriously. My dad used to call me Jokey Boy. I got the class clown award in middle school. Jokey Boy. Well, maybe it's time for Jokey Boy to grow up now. Take responsibility. Stop being afraid of what people are going to think and say. Take my ego out of it. And do it from my heart. Perhaps you'll join me in this. To clarify, the Emperor Dalet upside down. When we think we know everything, we don't have room to learn anything more. The door is shut. La Emperador is also Dalet. Aleph, Bet, Gamel, Dalet. The fourth letter of Hebrew. Likened unto a table. Dog. Judaism is, they practice magic. Christianity practices magic. It's likened to a table and an altar. It's recognizing that we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. And then there's shit that's a microcosm to us as the macrocosm. So as we set up a table, an altar, a chessboard with intention, and we connect like the Aleph, the as above, so below, as we know that, as we comprehend that, and then we work in that, and then we're controlling our own destiny. And we're not living a fated life, but a destined one. As you take to the throne of your empire. We are the main character in this story. We're not fucking extras. Grab your freaking staff. Grab your scepter. And don't forget that an emperor is nothing without the empress. A priest has no power without a priestess. And if you are single, we have the most beautiful goddesses behind the veil, just waiting for us to reach through it and to embrace her. And she protects us. Seat of wisdom, queen of the heavens, goddess of 1,000 names, Isis, Venus, Aphrodite, Astarte, Shekinah. Let us ask for the intercessions of God the Mother, God the Father, as we enter into this age of Aquarius, that we might be able to answer the call and do it with gratefulness and joy. I would like to go to the Star Seed Oracle deck next. And it comes with a little booklet, so we'll get a chance to read. My fellow Star Seeds. Sometimes I like to make fun of New Age shit. I be doing it. I bet people make fun of me. Well, I make fun of myself. So. But I can't be jokey boy all the time. Jokey boy Lily. Oh, magical, mystical oracle, please bequeath us a card. Baby steps. I need an automatic focus on my camera. Passing around the basket for a camera that autofocuses. These are first world problems. I'm sorry. I'm just be thankful I can look at my badass freaking office studio. An attitude of thankfulness. Is that an Aquarian thing? Let's make it one. Baby steps. Action. God, this is so Capricorn. If you know Capricorn, they take baby steps. But it's still, they're doing it. They're taking the action. Baby steps, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. That's very much the Capricorn Cancer axis that we just came off of. Cancer would be the intuition. Capricorn would be the action. But follow your intuition before it makes sense. That's fun. Trusting in the universe, my fellow starseeds. Fuck yeah. When you wish upon a star. The 8-pointed star is the sign of the goddess on the Aquarius tarot deck, which is the 17th card because the 1 7 equal 8. And the 17th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is Peh, which is the mouth. The word made flesh art you. And the power of our word is something that we misuse, gets us into trouble often. But if we could grab that staff and make that our scepter, we're stepping into our power. That's our most authentic true self. It's a fucking badass. And that will do it for this Aquarian new moon reflection sacred ceremony. The vowels are sacred. Everything's sacred. You're sacred. Go get you a scepter. I taped it with gold duct tape. A quartz crystal at the end of this thing that some guy had it. I helped him move, and he had this magical cane that he got South America somewhere, and it's got a guy with a snake. Love it. Selling it on my website for $40 million. God, I need to start making money somehow. Book a reading. I do the best readings. Best money you'll ever spend. Thequarian.tv. All right, I love you guys. Have a great one.